All right, you guys. So today we are going over multi-step word problems. Okay, so the word problems may be a little bit difficult, but it's not hard to do as long as you are taking your time. So the first question that we're going to go over here is this guy right here. All right, and when I'm doing this, it's easy if like for me, if I write all the information that I know and kind of circle and do all that fun stuff that we have done in our past. So, so it says Friendships soccer team purchased uniforms and equipment for a total of $912. The equipment cost $612 and the uniform cost $25 a piece. How many uniforms did the school purchase? All right. So the first thing I need to do is write down what did I know? I know that the total cost is $912. So that's going to tell me that the end of everything, the total amount for everything is going to be $912. We know that the equipment is $612 and that we know that each uniform is $25 a piece. So X is going to represent the number of uniforms that you can purchase. Ran out of room, of course. All right, so the total ending amount is going to be $912. So we know that everything said and done, the equipment, the uniforms, all of that is going to equal $912. Now we know that the equipment is $612, and it was just a one-time purchase of equipment. So that would be like kind of like your soccer goals, maybe soccer balls, something along those lines. And that we know that the uniform is $25 for one uniform. But what we don't know is how many uniforms that we can purchase. So if you were to sit here and you were to write this out in an equation, it'd be 25x plus $612 will equal $912. So we know that first thing that we need to do is that we're not going to touch this until the very end. So for us to get x by itself, the first thing that we need to do is subtract $612 because it's the opposite of addition. Whatever we do to one side, we have to do to the other side. So we have $912 and we are going to subtract $612, which gives us a remaining amount of $25 or $300. So I take 25x and make that equal to $300. So whatever we do, multiply 25, the cost of the uniform, times the amount is going to equal 300. So to do the opposite of multiplication, we're going to divide each side by $25. So 300 divided by 25 leaves us x equals 12. So I can afford 12 uniforms with the amount here. So if I were to go back and put this into my back into my original equation, $25 for 12 uniforms plus $612 for the equipment would equal $912. So this is going to be one of the kind of some of the more common or the easier ones that you're going to see. So as you saw when we started, I pulled out all the information from the word problem that I know. And then I kind of work backwards into putting everything inside of here. So when I go down here, this one looks a little bit kind of like something that we did in the past here. So remember back in our previous lessons, we were talking about that you guys came into Verizon, and the minute you walk through the doors, like I would charge you $35 just to walk through my doors. and then I'd charge you an additional amount per hour, like $19 per hour. And we wrote that as 35 times 19D. Well, this is very similar to this. So it says a bill for the repair of a computer was $179. The cost of the part was $44, and the labor charge was $45 per hour. How many hours did it take to repair the computer? Okay, so let's pull out information. So the whole entire repair was $197 or $179. So let's write out some stuff that we do know. We know that the total was $179. Okay. We also know that a part was $44. And they didn't do multiple parts, they just did a single part. So we know that we have $44 here. Now, here's something that is what we talked about before. The labor charge is $45 per hour. All right, so let's just say rate is $45, and everything here we're working with money. But X is the hours, like per hour that you worked or that you worked on it. So, working backwards again, we know that the total was $179. Okay? We have a one part which was $44. And then you added the $45, 45x. So this is the amount that you charge per hour. We don't know how many hours that it took. You purchased one part for $44, and the total amount was $179. So we're trying to find X, so we're just going to hold on to that bad boy till the end. When we're working here for that multi-step equation, we know that the opposite of positive 44 is minus 44. So if I subtract positive 44 minus 44, we'll zero it out. And whatever you do to one side, you have to do to the other. So we're going to subtract 44 to the other side. So $179 minus $44 for that part will give you $135. And if you plug this into your calculator, everything that I'm doing right now is what you should be coming up with. We know that 45x is multiplication, so we have to do the opposite of that, which would be division. So we're going to divide each side by 45, which is telling me that x equals $135 divided by $45, which means it took that repair person 3 hours to fix the repair. If you wanted to double check your work, you would do $45, which is that hourly rate, times it by 3, add your $44 to it, and if you did it correctly, it would give you $179. And like I said, this one you guys should jump on right away, because this is definitely something that we've done before. Now let's take a look at number 7. So remember, with this one, the key word is when we set it up is going to be that it's going to be a division. So let's take a look here. Malik has a collection of Pokemon cards. His friends gave him 10 new cards. Malik lost half of his cards when he spilled soda on his book bag. Now Malik has 22 cards left. How many cards did Malik start it with? So once again, let's go ahead and circle some key things, write it down, and then set up our equation. So his friends gave him, right, 10 cards. So over here, I'm probably going to put new cards or gave. And because he's receiving it, it's going to be a plus 10. Now we know that he lost half of everything that he has. So he lost 1/2. Okay, and then we got half of his cards is what he lost. Now he has 22 cards. So the total is 22. And we're looking for x equals the starting amount. So if we were to set up our equation, we know x is the amount that we started with. His friends gave him 10 cards, but then that silly soda took away half of his cards. So you can write it like this if you want to. And then they ended up with 22 cards for the final amount. So remember, this is division. So the opposite of division is, of division is multiplication. So what we're going to do is that we're going to multiply this side by 2. And remember in class, we said, hey, if this is too confusing, just go ahead. If we see a denominator, we know if a denominator is here, we're going to multiply. So we're going to multiply this side by 2. We're going to rewrite our expression. So it's going to be x plus 10 equals 44. And we got 44 because 22 times 2 is 44. Now from here, we automatically know that we're going to hold on to that x, and the opposite of addition is going to be subtraction. So we're going to subtract 10 over here, which then means that we're going to subtract 10 over here. So 44 minus 10 gives you 34. So x is going to equal 34. So you know that I don't like to stop here. I want to go ahead and double check my work. So if x equals 34, that's what I'm going to put right here. So 34 plus 10 divided by 2, that means that would be 44 divided by 2 would give you 22. So I do have this part correct. And that are the 3 steps, 3 different ways to do our word problems.